Morning everybody, this is Jason Pegler, owner of Chipmunka Publishing. That's Chipmunk with an A in the middle. Chipmunka Publishing, the mental health publisher. And I'm here to tell you about a seminar that I'm running quite regularly now. It's called How to Be a Successful Author. And the one I'm going to talk about it's in 2 or 3 days, but mainly what I'll be talking about is the 1 day one. This is really about the 1 day one. So what is it, how to be a successful author, and why am I giving a seminar on it? Well, let's just give a summary of what it entails. So the seminar is really for anyone who is interested in becoming an author or who is already an author and wants to be more successful. So it covers tips for how to write a book, how to have the confidence to write a book and to finish a book. 1 or 2 little techniques on giving you the confidence to finish a book, things that have helped me, giving you the confidence to write about, a memoir in particular, and having the kind of breakthrough confidence to write it and avoiding the procrastination and things like that. Then also it gives you lots of opportunities to learn how to promote yourself better and strategies that are really, really good in promoting yourself. Because it's not just about writing a book and then the whole world think it's amazing and they're going to buy it. Life isn't like that. Even the world's greatest authors are great at promoting themselves. And okay, Shakespeare doesn't promote himself anymore, but he did a lot of promoting when he was alive, and he stood the test of time, okay, because he's amazing. So, but in order to get to a situation where you are successful, you really have to push the boat out and really push yourself every day and to reach your potential. So this is what it's all about, isn't it? Really reaching our potential. So why me? Well, because in 2001, in 2000 actually, I finished writing A Can of Madness, my autobiography on living with manic depression. In 1998, I read Prozac Nation, the memoir then, and I thought, well, this is a good book. It's a famous book on depression, but it's really sad because the girl at the end is still really ill. And I thought, how's that going to help the world's mental health community? So, or help people come to terms with stigma of mental illness and things like that. So what I did is I wrote for 2 weeks, and I was in such shock at what I'd written because I knew it was good. I showed it to my girlfriend at the time who had bipolar and her friend who had schizophrenia, and I was asking the questions: how are you supposed to live with a mental health diagnosis with being called bipolar? Still trying to work out, I'm not sure how. And the 2 girls there at the time both ran up and down the house screaming, saying this is how they felt. They felt the stigma the same. So I knew I was onto a winner. And 2 years later, I wrote for 4 months, pretty much every day, and I'd had my book finished, and I was really proud of it. And it was a real learning curve, rewriting my life at that moment in time and looking back on it at that moment in time was really cathartic and really challenging. So I was kind of reliving the bad moments in my life and the good moments, and kind of how I managed to survive. It was really intense, and I had a kind of mental discipline that I always like to kind of share in my seminars and hope I get them across. Certainly people tell me that that they like that kind of advice that I give them, and they have done. I've been giving that advice since 2001 really. But it's not as though I just wrote a book and that was it. I managed to position myself, so I got a grant from the mental health charity Mind to self-publish my book, and to help people in need. So I gave it to drug and alcohol places, free copies, and then people would write me letters back saying, wow, thanks, I got your book, it's been really helpful to our clients, or really helpful to me. Usually the managers write to me, but usually the people who read the books, service users and things like that. So, and that kind of started this mental health crusade in July 2001. I was looking for a printer, met a guy who said, look, why don't you help me? I'll help you set up a publishing company, give me 10%, and the rest is history, really. So since that day, I've been promoting my own brand and my own book through, I had a website in 2001, had the first chapter for free on there, and I was going around the country in 2001, between 2001 and 2002, in an 18-month period. I went to about 150 conferences around the UK, managed to get free places as a service user, and I would go around and sell my book, usually sell it to the staff in a mental health organisation, and if it was someone who didn't look very well on medication and their eyes looked a bit goggly like mine, and they said, I can't afford, I would just give it them. And then people started giving me their manuscripts saying, oh, I've written a book, I'd really like you to publish me. No one publishes me. All the mental health charities started putting people in touch with me who wanted to write. And fast forward to 2012, and we've published 650 odd paperbacks and 850 odd ebooks. So just goes to show that really relentless promotion, belief in myself, ability to grow, making decisions to really push myself harder and harder. These are the skills that everyone needs to become a successful author. And I'll be sharing those with you during the seminar. What else will you learn specifically? Well, I'll show you some techniques on how you can write to the audience. Each seminar, what I ask people to do is to give an introduction of their mental health, either their mental health experience, their mental health managing experience, or why they want to improve mental health, i.e. why they're there. Are they an existing author with us, with Chipmunka? Are they looking to write a book themselves and learn how to promote themselves? Why are they there, and also what they want to get out of it? So, because I've got so much knowledge I've learned over the last 12 years promoting myself, that it really, really is quite exciting to be able to share that, and I tailor it to the seminar slightly as well. So no seminar is exactly the same, but they all cover very, very similar ground, and it's my role. I want to give as much value as possible. So for that day, I give you everything, my knowledge there, and if someone asks a question, that's fine. If it's a relevant time to answer it, I will answer it. And if I feel it's better to move on, I will move on and then come back to it. But I'm always, I was always available throughout that day to give my utmost to give you the best support I possibly can. So, what does it take to be a successful author? Well, you have to have the belief to push yourself, okay? Then, of course, there's lots of ways that you need to know. You have to be able to promote your own brand. So now this could be something as simple as having so many things that you need to know that you can do for free, that you can promote yourself, like making a website and WordPress for free, promoting yourself through the social networks, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, having real conversations with people, how to find traditional local and national media. I mean, I've been interviewed in over 200 magazines worldwide, lots of mental health trade press, but also national and international newspapers all over the world, all the broadsheets and tabloids in the UK. I've done interviews on the national BBC, radio and television over 100 times, probably nearly 200 times now. And each time I go on as a different kind of person. So one minute is talking about the author of A Can of Madness, next minute it might be the author of Curing Madness, or the author of The Ultimate Guide to Wellbeing, or it might be, because I'm CEO of Chipmunka Publishing, I might be talking about mental health legislation. I might be talking about being a rapper in mental health. I might be talking about social enterprise. I might be talking about writing as catharsis. I might be talking about personal development. So in order to promote yourself really well, you need to metamorphose into a way where you can really be the person to speak to, not only about your particular area of expertise. So this is whatever condition you have, whether it's OCD, bipolar, manic depression, Asperger's syndrome, autism, anorexia, PTSD, depression, schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, body dysmorphic disorder, whatever it is. Also, whatever clients that you work with, think of how you can position yourself so that you're the person to speak to about the topic, so that when it's in the world news, the national news, the local news, they come to you. And this means you need to be relentless in your pursuit of saying how you're approachable to the media. My mobile phone, for the first 7 years of the company, was available 24 hours a day to the media. I'd have phone calls at 10 o'clock at night saying, can you speak in the morning? People would ring me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd be talking on the radio or television at 7:30 in the morning, because my mobile phone was on, because they knew I was available, because I kept ringing them up saying, it's Jason Pegler here, and leaving a message, I'm available to speak on such and such and such and such. They knew that I was interested, they knew that I could articulate myself, they knew I was reliable. And this is what you need to do as well. If you really want to push yourself as an author, then these are some things that you need to do. I can also share with you knowledge of SEO work, Google Ads, a bit of NLP, a bit of mental health empowerment as well. Lots of really amazing strategies to really give you that super confidence that you may initially be lacking. The Successful Author Seminar will cover a lot of marketing, self-promotion, looking at ways of growing your brand. I can talk about, if you want to know about it, I can talk about automated marketing software that you might want to use. I can talk about modern technologies, how to run your own seminar, how to run your own focus groups. I can talk about whether it's a good idea to do webinars, how to do YouTube videos, what's it important to tag in your YouTube videos. There's so many things that I really want to share, because it's really about positioning yourself as a world leader or a national leader in your particular micro niche, and then looking at ways that you can have a niche as well. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say that, like for me, my micro niche is bipolar, talking about people with bipolar, okay? But my niche is mental health publishing. And so I also have a personal niche and a company niche, but within that mental health niche, the company can supply people with lots of different types of mental illness to the media and give them a voice and things like that. just think about, why do you want to be a successful author? It's because it somehow validates your mental health experience. It's because you like writing, you've always liked writing books, you want to do something a bit different with your life and somehow become immortal through literature, or you want to share how you feel about life in a certain way, or your condition, even with a loved one or friends or family. You feel that you have a message to the world, a gift to the world, that you want to share something and document something about your part in history, your experience on Earth. And these are all great things as well. And the seminar is for three types of people, really. So there's 4 types of people, actually, I would say. So say the first person that it's really relevant for is existing Chipmunka authors who already maybe have 1 or 2 or 5 books published, who just want to go to that next level and to learn how to really push themselves that little bit further, and they just really want to just absorb lots of information. And so that's one, okay, the existing Chipmunka authors. Then other people who are thinking of becoming an author. Now that may be they want to be an author because they want to self-publish. Might have nothing to do with mental health, right? They just want to pick up some like technology, marketing, and promotional strategies. That's fine. If you want to come do that, that's fine. It may be that you want to really, you're considering writing a book, or you've written a bit of a book and you just need the confidence to break through, and you feel that by coming and meeting me that it will help you realise that you can have a voice, you can be published, and you feel a bit more confident about your presenting your promotional strategy with you when you apply to be published by us. That's absolutely fine. Then the book is also for, that's 3 types of people, right? Then the seminar is for as well people who work in mental health, so mental health charities, carers, anyone who works in mental health or wants to improve the mental health of somebody and is thinking of writing for that purpose. So you might work for a mental health charity like a local mind association, and you might have developed an anthology with us that we're publishing already, and you might think, well, look, okay, this book's going to come out, I'm not sure how to promote it, I really need to have a crash course in promoting it, and if I come to this seminar for 1 day, then that's gonna take me to a higher level than I would be if I spent 6 months on my own working on this project, or working with a team at work, talking about how we could do it, because I'm learning from someone who's actually published 1,500 titles on mental health. Okay, so and if there's any other reason why you want to come, please feel welcome. Or if you're another type of person, you're coming for every reason. To be honest, there usually is someone who comes and I think, oh, I didn't think that this person would come for this reason, but that's absolutely fine. Now the places are always limited, so they can be limited to, it depends really, so it can be limited to 20 or 30 or even 40 people, but they don't get any bigger than that, because what I want to do is to make sure everyone gets value on the day and to find out a bit about everyone. I do run the bigger seminars on the 3-day one, because in 3 days you get more time to get through to everybody. And I do have smaller ones as well, where they're, you know, really like the kind of like focus groups, mentoring groups, or board strategy groups. So they can range between 4 and 14 people. So look out for those as well. So I hope you're really getting a feel of just how exciting it can be just to spend one day really focusing on how to be a successful author. So looking at also includes developing existing ideas that you have for writing, and segmenting them into different types of books. Even the titles of your books are really, really important. They become more and more important all the time as more books get published. And the subtitle. Then also, you know, how to position yourself on the worldwide stage. And the more and more this happens, the better you do it, the better results you're going to have. And this is what I'm getting really excited about it, because when you come to the seminar, make sure you take lots of notes, and really take lots of notes. And the day after the seminar, read them through again, highlight them, and then go back the week after, and then the month after. Just go through and learn it, and take actions as well. Say, look, we're going to go through, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and tick them off when you do them, and really commit yourself and give yourself dates to fit in them as well. What I do in these seminars as well is I throw in a little taster of mental health empowerment as well, which is a technology I've created to help anyone with their own mental illness, or help a mental health manager inspire their clients, or help a corporate company improve their bottom line by improving the mental health of their staff, i.e. so people are healthier and happier at work. So a little taster of that, and get people in a peak state throughout the day so they get the most out of the day, and we push each other as a group, and we really help each other develop our potential as a group. And that's really, really important as well, because we get the most out of it. So the seminar is really for people who are really committed, who want to take themselves to the next level and learn about being more successful as an author, and more successful than they would be if they hadn't come to the seminar. Look out as well for products available, because what I'll be doing with the seminar is recording it, MP3s, CDs, DVDs, even there'll be more YouTube. There are more YouTube videos on it as well that you can watch for free, and quite into doing webinars as well. So that's something that I'll very shortly be doing more of. So look out for that, guys. Love you lots. This is Jason. Over and out. Have a great day. Look after your mental health. And yeah, it's just been great talking to you, and really